Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Eternal Evolution. For today's video, I'm going to show you my 1 week progress. How far did I get with no SSS hero? How much could I push my dungeons? I'll show a couple runs. I'll show you some builds. Oh god, don't judge me. But I'll talk about what my goals were for gearing some of these heroes early game and what I'm just trying to make happen as best we can with what limited gear we have. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I actually just did my summons for Emma. And along with that, we got some other heroes like Boar and some other dupes of stuff and more food to level people up. But I don't want to let that influence the rest of my runs and my progress and what I'm showing you guys. I want to show you what I did through day 7 only before I pulled for my first SSS hero. Grand Ceremony wise, I did not get Luca or Ravenna. You might have Ravenna, probably. I hope you do. If you didn't grind to get Ravenna in the Grand Ceremony, do you even play, bro? To be fair, I got enough points on day 2 or day 3 for Ravenna. 100% free to play. That was only day 2 or day 3, and this is a 7-day event, so... If you didn't, it might be worth a restart. Although Ravenna's not exactly game-breaking early on, it's still going to be really helpful. So, I don't have her. I have Karma. So you guys might have gotten lucky and got your Ravenna in a couple of days of gameplay. And she's probably helping you more than Karma is, but this is what I got. So let's go through. I'm going to show you guys what I've got on my characters, and then I'm going to show you a couple of dungeons, just so you can see my progress through the first week of gameplay before getting Emma and all these other dupes and other characters involved. So this account has not been touched. The only difference is Emma's sitting here, which you probably already saw that video. And then I got a couple boars. Spoiler alert. But that video is really good to watch. If you didn't already watch my summons of Emma on the last video from yesterday, go ahead and watch that, please. I highly suggest it. I have some really good advice, and I talk about some really good strategy involving summoning and why I summoned for Emma and what I'm going to do with my other recruitment cards to going forward. And yeah. So, first of all, we have Karma here. He's just a basic damage dealer. Nothing fancy. Has some AoE. I do love his ultimate bouncing the little fireball back and forth. I find that really fun animation. So I'm kind of liking him right now. But my goal, don't look at this gear. My goal is just to get him into attack and crit rate type gear. But we got attack percentage here. That 24% is going to do me better than just a 50% stat bonus. So I did opt for whatever pieces I could get in mythic red gear. As legendary, you'll really see a difference. And same thing here, crit rate and attack percent, but not in a set that I need, because that's what I had to do to get some better stats. That would have benefited me more than using the yellow gear I had. So that's where we went. So that's kind of what I was looking for. I'm looking for crit rate, crit damage, and attack on my Karma. He's my main AoE damage dealer. But let's be honest, Taylor is kind of a priority. He's insane. Taylor's damage alone is usually more than Karma's, or the same at least. And he's a single target damage dealer versus an AoE. But I do have him in crit rate gloves, attack percentage helmet, attack percentage boots, and of course, looking for, everything else is just kind of whatever you can get, honestly. This is such an early account, beggars can't be choosers, right? But I did get lucky enough to get a crit rate glove and a crit rate set. That's insane. I even locked that. I don't even lock red gear now. I'm waiting to lock legendary gear, but this is what I gotta do. Whew. So, Taylor's not in too bad a shape, actually. 64% crit rate on a 1-week-old account. I'm happy. So that's kind of my focus for him. I did go ahead and get whatever talents I could for Taylor and for Karma as well. Oops, I missed one. Hey! Ooh, I like it. All right. The reality is, when I stop using Karma, because that's gonna happen eventually, I can go ahead and reset this if I need to, or I can go reset someone else that I'm not using as much to make sure I have enough for my future built Emma, which I need to do soon too. So Luckily, Emma needs different gear than these guys, sort of. I mean, yeah, she needs attack percentage gear, but she doesn't need crit rate, so I'm kind of happy that most of my crit rate gear here is not going to be stolen for Emma. She's going to get her own gear, maybe gluttony and attack, or just full attack. Technically, I think full attack can be better than gluttony, but I am probably going to go gluttony. Now, for Randall, it's a debate. Honestly, I do want to build a damage Randall with attack percent, crit rate, crit damage. He has no crit rate percent chance, but I have crit damage gloves on him. Sometimes this is just what you got to do. No, he's just kind of in whatever right now. Unfortunately, he's not one of my focuses. Falvia, I was same thing. She's like a damage dealer, but I actually, because I don't have that much attack percentage gear and crit rate gear, obviously, I actually went ahead and just put these pieces of gear just for this 15% attack bonus, because having that bonus was better than not even having an attack helmet that gives me like what, baby stats? What is it? Let me go back. Oh, this is the big one. Hold on. What was it? Let me go. 18%. So I could have 18% here with one, which is good. But I had all my gear spread so thin that it was a matter of benefiting a little bit from survivability or putting other damage gear on. And unfortunately, my Falvia kind of fell to the side. Even though I really want to focus her, I really didn't have enough gear spread around to be able to make her be as good as I want her to be. Although, now that she's mythic, I just got her mythic yesterday too. So I might put better gear on her too to try to get her a little bit better overall. Honestly, I might. I'm not sure. It's kind of a weird debate of who I have to focus, because now I have Emma and I only have so much resources to level up gear. But I'm not, this is what she was in before. It's not perfect, it's a hot mess, but you got to do what you got to do. I did have some talents on her as well. Arthas, I was trying to build more for damage but in gluttony than for a tank, so I do have crit rate defense percentage, and I wanted defense percentage boots, but I opted to take the gluttony set because I don't have great defensive percentage boots, and those are they're actually on probably my tanks right now because I don't have enough HP percentage or damage reduction boots for my tanks. So instead they're in defense percentage. It's kind of like just kind of making the best with what you've got. I don't mind the idea of using Gluttony on Arthas and trying to do a little bit of damage early on. He's going to be helpful because he's higher evolution level, but that is going to fall off, and you're probably going to want to build Arthas with HP percentage, damage reduction, or more HP percentage for him if you do want to use him like a tank instead of for damage. Sorietta is a great damage dealer. I have crit damage but low crit rate, but again, I only have 2 crit rate gloves on my account so far, and I only have so many attack percentage helmets and stuff, so we're just making do with what we got still, and that is what it is, right? You kind of have to have like a priority of give your best heroes the highest evolution. Even though Karma's not the best hero on my account, he's probably the worst. Not the worst. Maybe him or Ornn. They're both pretty meh. But he's the one that I have the most copies of, so by nature his stats are just gonna be higher and he's gonna be able to do more damage. So he has my second best geared Taylor right now. But as you can see here, defense, HP. I want full HP for my tanks, but I was lacking, so she's got a defense glove for now, but at least it'll help complete a set if I can get another defense set on her. Maybe I can now, but again, I don't want to change anything. I want to show you what I was using before the new start of the day, because this is day 8, but I want to show you through day 7, what did I do. Liren is a wonderful healer for this account because he's my only healer for this account. I gotta use what you got, right? And he's my only healer. I do have him in a healing set with HP gear. Defense glove, unfortunately, which is not good for the healer. You want HP, but I did opt for that, but I at least have a healing set to go along with it. So this has a lot of room for improvement as well. Omar is just kind of in here for extra damage too. He's literally just got random gear throwdown. Again, he's just got an extra set thrown in here that's better than nothing. Kind of something is better than nothing. Ornn, same thing. He's just got random gear. Oak is who I want to be my main tank, so I actually do have some decent gear on him. HP percentage, defense percentage, and damage reduction. I would like an HP percentage for this piece as well, but again, at least I was able to complete a set. So I was trying to get some HP and defense gear at least, but I would preferably love to get this all HP and damage reduction before worrying about defense stats. Kalaza is one of my only summoners, right? Him and do I even have a Muka? Or I think I only have Kalaza as my only summoner so far. Randall doesn't really count. He just summons a shadow, but he doesn't count as a summoner. He's my only summoner. But again, he's just not a priority, so he's just in random gear too. Like Xander, Rakana, I just got, he doesn't even have gear. So that's kind of where I'm at. Same thing here. Nothing I'm confused by, because usually you kind of want to put the vanguards to be also like a tank role in full HP or something. Plus the game suggests HP. Look at this, watch. It suggests HP percentage for him, right? But all of his skills are actually based on attack. They're not even based on defense like usual for these vanguards. It's usually like attack or defense or HP. So I don't know, can he do damage, or is it going to be too squishy if I build him full attack? For now, I haven't really used him yet, so I'm going to try building him with attack stats and see what happens, see if I can keep him alive and use him as an attack-based damage dealer and actually take advantage of his skills. But I'll probably end up using him as a tank in the long run, but it's again not a priority yet until I get the extra copies of him by doing Rise of Heroes. Once he gets to a higher evolution level, then I'll be able to use him properly. So speaking of which, I want to show you where I got to. So Rise of Heroes, I was able to finish the hardest round, which took me a couple extra days to do so. So I have my, let me get out of the way. I have my AoE team here. We've got a couple nice prototypes, and including the Flashpoint one for our healer with a Rota commander. And my team 2 here is kind of focused around Taylor and Sorietta single target damage, and then just extra stuff to benefit them. And then we have Oisa in here and Artas in here as a slightly tanky damage dealer. So that was able to actually go through. So don't let the power differences scare you. I was able to do it, even though I'm dramatically worse looking at that. When it comes to the bosses, I've only been able to complete the hard boss, taking multiple keys, unfortunately. So today I'm going to have to see if I could progress and do more, but not likely. Well, yeah, likely. Emma. I'll have Emma after those Emma summons, but that was not my first week, so we're not talking about that. All right, and then quickly down to here. Disa Caves, Terra Dome, Sinsaro Marsh. Sinsaro Marsh, I am on stage 7. Was not able to beat it, but I can farm stage 6. So this was just, of course, using my AoE people, and then I was actually trying to beat stage 7, just with extra support. Just trying, but it did not succeed. But user AoE people, I think I was using Omar as well. I think I don't need 2 tanks. I think I can use, like, Omar and just get more damage and pump that out that way as well. Just kind of use what you got. It's the reality for this. And same thing with Disa Caves. I can't wait to get Emma in here. But I was using Artas. Karma is not exactly the best for Disa Caves, but he's my highest damage dealer, so I gotta, again, use what you got. Definitely Brynhild in here will be beneficial. And Terra Dome is the fun one, right? So this is the one I've been trying to I've been manualing with Taylor. Let's see if we can do this and get the 1 second faster. So we have Taylor, Randall. Again, my Randall's not built well. He's a hot mess. You can build Randall tanky just to have his shadow distract, or you can build him just for damage melee, which is really actually probably better for the sake of Terra Dome if you can keep him alive. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to manual Taylor to show you guys how I do this typically. I'm only going to do, you know what, no, I'm only going to be adding Emma to the mix today, which will not be in Terra Dome. So let's go ahead and do all 3 right now. Even though it says it's going to be too hard, it's not. And the big thanks to that is Taylor. So go ahead, hit your auto right away. Just turn Taylor off. And once Taylor pops his ultimate, I'm going to put myself back over here. We're going to go ahead and stick him in the circle, but to the side, not the front, where the blasts are going to be from the boss. Now you want to be in the circle to do the most damage possible. Otherwise, you do less damage when you're not in the circle. And you could instantly see, boom, Taylor just flies by Arthas for damage. My Arthas is definitely better built than my Randall, so I'm not surprised he does pretty good damage. But he is in that tank position, so he's going to be one of the first to die. Even still, he'd be one of the first to die, even if I put him in the second row. But alright, see, we just got thrown aside, but you just keep moving Taylor to stay in the circle, but behind the boss. Even here, when the ultimate's ready, I'm going to bring him back closer to the circle. So when the boss pops back in, hopefully we can be close by. Just moving Taylor, just clicking it and moving him. He has a really... So if you guys have Senway can be used the same way. You can throw his summon into the circle as well. Boom. And we got our 2 extra summons that way. Hey! That's what I like to see. Progress. So that's kind of what I'm working with right now. I did do Ancient Altar like I showed you guys. I did get better, I did get a little bit better damage-wise after the video from Ancient Altar because I improved my people a lot. So I was able to get the full top chest for the first 2 bosses. That was great. Amazing rewards. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working with right now. I just wanted to give a little bit of an overview, show you guys my teams, and show you who I'm prioritizing and why. My only debate is, Randall, do I go HP early on? Or is that more of an endgame goal to like make him just be a bait in arena, being tanky and annoying or whatever as a distraction? Or do I think I'm, for sake of needing his damage, I'm going to go melee damage with attack for now, but we'll see. That might be one of my biggest debates on how I gear. Arthas is the same, I guess. He's one of those in-between characters who doesn't do insane damage to be just focused on crit damage, crit rate and stuff. But he also is not the best as a tank because he's too squishy, HP percentage-wise. But if my HP is higher than my tanks because of evolution sense, then I might have to go Arthas as a higher level tank. But yeah. That's what I'm working with. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'll have lots more content to come. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.